Okay, the time now, right now, 2:38 a.m., May 6, 2025. It calmed down in here and there's no sirens, which were screaming past the house. Their precious terrorist compound chemical weapons complex. ISIS Muslim terrorist chemical weapons complex. They like to patrol it. There's none of that, okay? So it's a lot more calm. And there's no cats going crazy in a small space there. I'm stuck in here with cats, okay? Right. Okay, so I'm just going to recap this with what I'm allowed to even say on the internet. City morgue, non-stop, permanent, dead, stench, rotting human remains outside of 1509 and inside. You go in the backyard, you stand anywhere in the 1507, you stand in 1513, you can't escape this. It reeks. You stick your head out my window, that's all you gotta do, and it's just reeking. Dead bodies coming right up. Okay, that's permanent, that's been multiple days. You come in here, anywhere you go is fucking dead bodies at any point in time, just stinking up the whole house. Okay, that's never ending, nonstop. All right. Combat, big sounds and stuff and things, combat, ongoing, okay? Good military doing stuff and things that I'm not allowed to talk about, which goes on outside, okay? That's ongoing, okay? Big blackout, big power outage, big blackout on the 4th of May, 2025. At 7:48 p.m. Big blackout affect 4,000. It was one. They have these power things, okay, that go up and down and however the city streets work of a town. Okay, they have them placed throughout the town. More than one power things. 2 power things went out. Affect subway system. Affect all. Okay. This one was DuPont, and then the one after that was up towards U Street. I live on S Street, okay, so no power. For one of the power things, it affected over 3,000 people. For the other, it affected at least 1,000 or 2 more. So big power blackout, okay, that was on the 4th. That happened at 7:48 p.m. That was the good guys. That was good military. Make blackout, power blackout. That night they shut down and removed weapon system from this street. There is no weapons system. There was many big stuff and things that happened, but I forbidden from saying a word. During blackout, chemical weapons attack in here. I raced to bathroom at least 3 times in pitch black. Blackout lasts about 3 hours. The first 5 minutes, it was real fast. It was under 10. The first, so we're talking about 8:01 a.m. No. Sorry. We're talking about 8:01 p.m. The blackout was The blackout was 7:48 p.m. Within under 10 minutes, I started being hit with chemical weapons gas. So around 8 p.m. or before that, do you understand? Very fast after blackout, first few minutes of blackout, they hit me with chemical weapons gas. I was trapped in my chair. I didn't know what to do. I thought, do I have to crap on my floor? It was bad, big and bad. And big stuff was going on in compound, chemical weapons compound, that I cannot talk about during the blackout. Okay, now I hope this is better, this revision of my report. I raced to bathroom over and over again during blackout. Okay, me getting hit with chemical weapon. Me not able to talk one word in here, all silent, in the dark, running back and forth to bathroom. Major blackout. That's good, guys. They removed weapon system. All right. The following day, on the 5th, the Pentagon sends in Department of Mental Health and the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. They're not just regular reservists. They're not just regular usual suspects. They were very dangerous, trained military men. They kept dressing up as cop, dressing up as Department of Mental Health all day, trying to come in the front door. It was really, really nerve-wracking. Walk right in, walk right in. That did not work. So by the time it started to get dark, they took off the cop outfit, no more cop clothes, and they put on some sort of tactical shit, okay? They wear a different outfit now, and they come through hole in wall, enter through hole in wall, okay? And at that point in time, I went to bed at 8 p.m. It had just got dark. So I went to bed 15 minutes after the last gas attack because I was so exhausted from it. All right? It's a better revision so people can recap what the heck I was saying. The Pentagon sent them in. They come in, they take off cop clothes, put on tactical clothes, and start coming in hole and wall. The U.S. evil military and the Russian evil military have been here all day too. They're around, like I say. They're agents. They're dangerous as fuck. I shelter in place, which is what I had to do again yesterday. I in here, and the Pentagon sending in very bad men dressed as cop, and I'm aware I'm shelter in place because of very dangerous agents who are 10 times worse than these ones trying to come in the front door. Okay, we're clear on that. By the time they took off cop clothes, put on tactical clothes, more chemical weapons come. The chemical weapon come all day, but we're not reporting those. We're reporting the ones that came when they come through hole and wall. You can see I was online. I put up inmate organ harvest. Prison inmate missing his kidneys. I put up Copenhagen. Just look. We were under such serious attack. 2 of my heroes were injured. Not bad, but injured. The injury come from the U.S. evil military. The good guys took out the threat. U.S. evil military, Russian agents. Then they deal with these other bastards that are very dangerous trying to come in front door. Now they're coming in hole and wall. The ones that were using the gas was the U.S. Pentagon ones that were dressed up like cops all day. When they came in hole and wall, they started gassing the living life out of me. And that's when I'm literally like a grocery store with all the people coming in and out the front door. That's my bedroom door. I'm going in, I'm going out, I'm going in, I'm going out, in and out, racing to the fucking toilet. This was on May 5th, okay? Follow this. Big blackout, May 4th. Good guys do big blackout. Power. No power. Take weapon system away. Following day, Pentagon sends in their people, their military men dressed as cop. Following day, May 5th. Okay. When they come through hole and wall at that point in time, there's massive chemical warfare going on in here, and they use the best they had, and you can tell by the way it makes you so sick you think you're dying. I wondered again when I was getting all the poison out, I thought, I'm not going to survive. I think this because it's so painful and scary. I don't like it. This is very cruel. You torture me with your poisons here. I did live through poison. I washed it off my butt. It's humiliating having to say these things to the public. However, it is important for the public to know how deadly the chemical weapons are and what they're doing in the United States. Okay, by the time on May 5th that the chemical weapons attack stopped, it only stopped because the good guys took out the 2 U.S. evil, the good guys took out all the Russian agents, and then they took out these fucking men that were dressed like cop all day that were trying to come through the hole at that point in a wall. Finally, I'm not sick. I'm not racing to bathroom from very, very, very deadly lethal gas. Finally, the reason why the Pentagon was so desperate and the reason why the evil military was here helping them, not helping them, but helping them, I'm not going to explain more. The reason why is because yesterday on May 5th, the Pentagon is very cognizant that they lost their India nuclear defense. The United States has no India nukes. And what they did as far as sending in people to the compound, I became aware of it at that point. As far as what the Pentagon did anywhere else, I'm not getting green lights. I'm not aware. And that's exactly what Jesus wants. I don't know. The Pentagon assuredly did other evil things to try to fight for that India nuke. They lost. The good guys are victorious. And the history records, the story in history, the historical record is the U.S. Pentagon lost their India nukes on May 5th. The U.S. Pentagon was declared and deemed defenseless on May 5th. So follow. May 4th, no weapons system on that street. May 5th, no India nukes. Okay. The good military is protecting our country and their countries that they represent. That's why they did it. The good military does not chop up dead bodies. The good military does not eat dead bodies. The individuals doing that are terrorists, and the individuals doing that are military members. The individuals in those militaries are the U.S., are Saudi Arabia, are very different militaries, different ones. Okay, it's not the good military. The good military kills those terrorists. We kill them. It is not part of our government and our public policy to chop up bodies in your house and eat them. That is illegal. Go ahead and think whatever you like in America. It doesn't matter anymore. All right. On the same day, May 5th, that America lost their defense, justifiably for the safety of other countries and for the safety of the decent people who are in this country, completely scared nowadays. On that same day, all of the rich, fascist, bourgeoisie, super wealthy stars and celebrities exposed their private parts, exposed they did not wear anything over their breast or over their underwear. They're exposing their private parts, their bodies, indecent exposure to children, to women, to families, to elderly, and they're exposing themselves indecent exposure on the internet, the TV, the news, and the magazines. On the same day that the good military took the defense away from the enemy, the Pentagon. The Pentagon lost all their defense on May 5th. God is great. And the Pentagon and the U.S. celebrities, the enemy, they are the enemy, who are super rich, think they are gods because they have so much money. These people got together at a party. These celebrities got together at a party on the same day the Pentagon was deemed defenseless. The stars got together at a party and exposed their junk, all of it, indecent exposure, no clothing, to the general public, to anybody. And nobody in America, the good people, the ones that are left here, that are scared here, they can't say anything. They don't have any legal right to say, stop exposing yourself to my 5-year-old child. My 5-year-old son is confused by you exposing your body to my kid all the time. He's asking me questions at home. Can anybody get control over this? My answer to those people is yes. Exposing yourself to children and women and the general public will be stopped. And the Pentagon is defenseless. To follow the dates, I tried to revise this. Goodbye.